Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris and thank you for being here. This is going to be your November soul connection energy forecast. So this reading will not be for everyone watching, but I hope that it's for you. If it is, I do hope that you will comment below and share your story. And if it's not this time around, you can always check my channel for other messages you need to hear. However, it is important to use your discernment and only take what resonates with you, okay? We never want to force these storylines to fit, as that can be very confusing and oftentimes painful to do so, okay? So other than that, you guys, thank you so much for your love and support, those of you who are subscribed and members of the channel. And please remember, those of you who are continuously showing up, obviously don't need the reminder, but please remember to like this video, comment, subscribe, and turn up your notifications so you get the memo when I post future videos. So as I said, thank you for being here, you guys. It is so appreciated, all of your love and support. I thank you so much for the likes, the comments, the views. It all helps my channel to grow. And those of you who are looking for a personal reading, if you find this resonates but you want to go even deeper, you can always book a personal reading with me. Down in the description box below are all of my details, as well as the link to our members only area. So if you want a deeper message and you want a spicier message, then you can always become a member of the channel, aka the Spicy Subscriber Society. Now, for those of you who are already members, you can look forward to your additional extended message after this, okay? So we're going to start out a little bit different today, as I have been sort of doing a little bit of a pre-shuffle as I'm preparing to do these readings. And the message from Divine Masculine is, your light came on and woke me up. Okay, so the card at the bottom of Divine Masculine's deck that I'll be using is the Four of Wands. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are not even surprised, considering this card has been following us around in these readings month to month. So we've got this beautiful balanced situation here, and I love how these crows are not only kissing, but they are standing in front of the fountain, which for me symbolizes the Ace of Cups, a brand new beginning, a romantic love, okay, unconditional love. And the Four of Wands is the twin flame energy, right? Soul connection energy, stability, marriage, happiness. So yeah, I feel that that is the main theme, or what is really going on right now for the masculines, what's on their mind, what's on their heart. And so with this card, I asked the why, and right underneath that was the death card, okay? So the reason for that is because they are shedding parts of themselves away, okay? There is a cycle coming to a close in their life. This could be a relationship, a job, a friendship even for some of them, that has been holding them back from a new beginning that they have wanted to have with Divine Feminine, all right? So that is the why behind the Four of Wands. And to go even deeper than that, underneath it is the World. All right, so definitely something is coming to a close. Whatever is ending for the Divine Masculines at this time. Oh gosh, and look, the Ten of Pentacles, I said whatever is ending for the Divine Masculine at this time, and there we have it, okay? So something long-term, some sort of family situation, relationship dynamic, some of them even a marriage is coming to an end, which doesn't surprise me because we are just now outside of eclipse season. So whatever's ending was fated, destined, okay? And the masculines are learning major life lessons and reaching completion based on these endings, all right? So I'm actually going to take these cards and shuffle them back into the deck for our main Divine Masculine message here. And then I will start out with just a general energy, okay? And again, similar to before, the pre-shuffle card from the main deck that I'm going to be using is the Lovers, okay? So this is divinely guided. It is union energy, needing to choose love, choosing connection, not just being guided blindly to the person that you love and everything falling into place. It's being guided to that person, and then also needing to choose the path of love to come into union. Okay, so I feel that collectively between divine masculine and feminine, there is this energy of getting on the same page in terms of what they're wanting for a love connection, for union, for being with the person that they feel drawn to, for being with the person that they feel they're connected to via the soul. Okay, we also have slowing down. So you see this cute little turtle, and he's coming to the clearing in the thicket. So I feel like spirit is saying that not only are we coming to the fall and the winter months, and things are starting to to die and slow down for all of us, but I feel this is more so collectively we're taking our time. Okay, this card always reminds me of the Knight of Pentacles, taking our time, because our time, our effort, and everything that we're putting into the physical, it means something, and we don't want to just rush through life. We don't want to just rush through our work, because we could make mistakes. Okay, so slowing down and taking the time to really look around, take stock of what we are building, and continue to do just that. Build for ourselves, build for our future. Underneath that, we've got the Master. So going back to the collective reading that I just recently did, and the full moon reading, I should say, where we ended with our challenge of becoming the guru, right? Allowing ourselves to recognize where we've been delusional versus being grounded. So the Master for me is like the hermit, right? Someone who is wise and understands that the energy of the universe and everyone in it is all connected. So I do feel that a lot of us have been through that as we moved through eclipse season. And the why behind all of that, here is the Empress energy, creativity. We want to create something new. We want it to grow. This is the collective of love and passion and communication and stability all rolled into one, the Queen of all queens. So divine feminine, this relates back to the original message of your light came on and woke me up. Okay, so I feel that because of all of the hard work feminines have been doing, because of everything we've been putting into our futures, and again, following that path of love, it is shining that light for the masculines to be able to find their way home. Okay, so anything else we need to see here from this deck? This is the Osho Zen, by the way, for those of you who want to know. Okay, so we've got silence and conditioning. So, feminines, a lot of this might resonate with you. For those of you who have been in a period of silence or separation, for those of you who have stopped communicating with your divine masculines and been leaning more on your intuition, your high priestess energy. Okay, we've got the moon coming right over this feminine's third eye. And then we've got conditioning. We've got this lion, which I feel resonates more with the divine masculine energy, and it could for feminines as well. But you see that they are completely surrounded by all of these sheep, right? And for some of you, there could be some sheeple in your life, and you could be the lion that stands out among them. You could be the one that's different. And even not necessarily the lion, but you could consider yourself the black sheep amongst the rest. Someone who is more spiritually awakened, and someone who has to learn through the lessons of life experienced with these sheep, okay? So I feel too the masculine has been in that energy, that they've been sort of surrounded by a bunch of people, a lot of influences that are just kind of mindlessly following the media and, all these different things, going by, traditional values and things like that, where they are starting to use their discernment. You can see the look in the lion's eyes like, something ain't right up in here, right? So I do feel that through your silence, feminine, the masculine has been able to open their eyes and see the truth of the people that they've actually been surrounded with during your separation. So in a sense, you are sort of conditioning them by not giving them the answers, by not holding their hand, by not, rolling out the red carpet for them or whacking away the weeds and doing the work for them. They've had to use their own discernment and their own intuition to see the truth of their situation. Okay, let's get one more card from this deck. What else do we need to see for the feminine and masculine energy collectively? Oh, wow. So yeah, look at that. Nothingness. From nothingness to harmony, okay? From silence to communication. From blank space separation to union. We have these two dolphins swimming in synchronicity, and dolphins do represent soulmates, twin flames, okay? So the 10 of Cups in this deck for me is, again, that harmony, that happiness, that feeling of peace and fulfillment. So we go from nothing at all to reunion, happiness, communication, and all of these great things, okay? And that has always been the answer. For those of you who have struggled to stay silent, for those of you who have been feeling that need to reach out or have been, breaking the silence to reach out to your masculines, hoping that communication will somehow get things going, I feel that it's a lot easier when you pull away and allow them to, again, make these notes and have these realizations on their own. Man or woman doesn't really matter, obviously, but when dealing with men, I've noticed it's always better to let them have the idea on their own. They need to be the one that is inspired and that comes up with it. Men don't like to be forced. Men don't like to feel like there's someone guiding them or pulling them along, because deep down what they do is they question, is this what I really want? Okay? They have to come up with that of their own accord. So from nothingness to harmony, from silence to communication, from separation to union. Okay, so we're jumping timelines here after this eclipse season has come to an end. All right, so let's get into the feminine's message. Let's talk about where the feminine is right now. The feminine is coming up as the king of junk, okay? Let's get a zoom in up in here. There. So she's coming up as the king of junk, aka the king of pentacles, right? And I'm using the Labyrinth Tarot for the feminine, by the way. So yeah, feminine's looking good. Okay, she's had to kind of put on the pants, symbolically speaking, and step into that masculine energy as she has gained stability and security for herself. For some of you feminines out there, you might be wearing both hats as a parent. And again, just doing what you need to do to get balanced in your masculine and feminine energy. I feel the king of junk is someone who's got it all together, has got it going on, who doesn't need anybody or anything. They can handle it on their own, okay? House and home, similar to the Queen of Pentacles, but again, in that masculine energy. So, what is the feminine thinking and feeling in regards to the masculine at this time for the month of November? So we've got the Two of Feathers, okay? So I do feel that the feminine is kind of at a standstill where she recognizes that it's not her responsibility to communicate or make those moves. She's sort of sitting in that silence and understanding that it's not her decision to make, okay? So sort of playing Switzerland a little bit, possibly acknowledging, okay, there is no communication, but again, it's not the feminine's move to make. There could be a little bit of indecision about what to do or a feeling of anxiousness. But again, I feel that the feminine is sort of not hiding, but sticking around in that silence energy, waiting for the masculines to have their aha moment, right? For that light to come on, that light bulb to shine in and say, hey, here's the next step, all right? So feminine's feelings for the masculine for the month of November. And I'm hearing your hard work is paying off. That was another card that we had received in the full moon reading. And that reading was basically us asking what's coming from this full moon eclipse, right? It was the reminder that everything we've been doing, all of the work we've been putting in, it is going to pay off. And some of us, that work is being silent. Okay, it is work for us to not reach out, to not try and speak to our masculines and force the journey along. So the feelings of the feminine are the temperance door knockers, okay? So temperance, smackety smack smack. Feminines, you're feeling the need to be patient and to trust that everything is working out in your favor behind the scenes, okay? Feminine, in your heart, you know that your prayers have already been answered. You know that your angels, your guides, the universe, that God is watching and is going to provide and is going to make sure that you're getting everything that's meant for you, okay? So feminine, I feel like in November you're going to be in a good space, all right? Not feeling that desire to reach out or force the journey along, knowing that it's the best thing for you to do to allow the masculines to have their own light bulb moment, okay? So feminines, your likely actions here in November our justice, okay? So we've got this energy of balance and, again, fairness, all right? Justice for some of you, feminines, this could even be you creating endings as far as legality is concerned. Some of you may be getting a divorce or receiving some sort of karmic justice in November. You're acting fairly, and again, that could go back to what's going on in your mind and your heart, knowing that your actions need to be just, okay? That you've got to let this whole situation trickle down the way that it needs to, okay? Because the scales will balance. What is the feminine's desired outcome for November? The Page of Swords. So feminines, I feel that, again, your desire is to just hang back, all right, and just be the observer as of right now. This could even be some of you desiring and hoping that the masculine is keeping their eye on you, that they could be watching you and observing you, that this could be a message even from one of your masculines that you're hopeful for, hoping that after all this time of sitting on the sidelines and waiting for things to come to fruition, that you'll finally get that message, that reach out. But again, I feel like this is more of a card of watching and waiting, possibly having things to say, but again, choosing not to say things because you're waiting for the other side to make their move, okay? So to clarify that, we have the Seven of Cups. So yeah, this goes back to the dreams and fantasies and the energy of, needing to make a decision for some of you. So this definitely relates to that. Maybe you're very hopeful that the divine masculines will be reaching out and that your dreams and your manifestations and your wishes will come to fruition. And this could even be a warning to some of you feminines as well, as we talked about the Guru card and needing to stay grounded and not be getting carried away with fantasies and things like that, okay? A lot of you could be hopeful that your masculines still have the same dream and the same vision of the future that you do. And again, coming into the physical, your desire is for them to communicate that with you, okay? So feminines, this card can also symbolize overwhelm and confusion. So I think a lot of you could be hopeful that there will be a message so you won't have to be confused about your masculine's intentions any further, okay? So what's the challenge? Feminine's challenge for November. Yeah. The Knight of Swords. Okay, so your challenge is to not, right? To not be blunt, to not put your foot in your mouth by reaching out to the masculines and saying everything you want to say off the top of your head and not thinking things through, okay? So I think, once again, the challenge for the feminines is to allow this situation to play out, to not say anything that you might regret, to not reach out impulsively and start that period of silence all over again, okay? Because the more we reach out and the more we try to influence the divine masculines in the physical, the less opportunity they have to be influenced from our silence, okay? And not just, I'm not saying that feminines should be silenced, but what I'm saying is, feminines, you should be focusing more on your new beginning, on creating your world and putting your energy, effort, time, and passion into what your goals are and your dreams are, okay? And I know that your dreams do involve the masculine, okay? But there's only so much work that you can do on your side of the coin. They have to do the work themselves. So the challenge is to not reach out impulsively, even though you might be feeling the need, okay? A lot of times we feel that need because the divine masculines are feeling that need, okay? So don't symbolically put your foot in your mouth and cause confusion for the masculines by reaching out impulsively. Allow yourself to think about it, ruminate on it, and focus more on communicating in the 5D, okay? So underneath the deck, we have the Four of Feathers, which is the Four of Swords. So this month should definitely be a time of healing for the feminine. This is what you should be focused on, feminine, is healing and surrendering to the process, okay? Surrender to the process. Know that everything that will be, okay? This is that que sera, sera energy. Book yourself a day at the spa. Go get your toes done. Go do something for yourself that's healing, that you can take your mind off of trying to make something happen here, okay? Allow yourself to surrender. So moving into the masculine's message, let's talk about it, okay? What's going on with divine masculine right now? The Queen of Cups, okay? So once again, that light is coming on. The masculine is recognizing that they need to walk the path of love. They are starting to tap into their own intuition and empathy here. And I do feel that since this is a feminine card, that is where the inspiration comes from, okay? The masculine sees that no matter what has happened, no matter what the circumstances are, that the feminine continues to choose that path of love, okay? That the feminine has unconditional love for them. And, again, I think this could also be the masculines getting into their emotions a little bit. We did just have that full moon lunar eclipse, and it was intense, okay? And I didn't want to mention it because I was afraid I might cry, but it's been a few days now, and I've literally cried so much I can't even listen to my throat starting to crack-a-lack, But you guys, those of you out there who are Friends fans, you know that I am. I use the Friends Tarot all the time. My beautiful Matthew Perry passed away this past weekend, and he was my favorite character on Friends. He was also in one of my favorite movies, Fools Rush In. Just an incredible actor and person, and even though he struggled with addiction, he mentioned in one of his interviews that that is what he wanted to be remembered for, that he overcame that, and that he had become someone who was helping others get through their addictions. And he hoped to be remembered for that more so than being Chandler Bing on Friends. But a lot of you who are Friends fans know, like, Chandler is a huge part of a lot of people, and it felt so personal. Even though I didn't know the man personally, he's a part of my personality. He's a part of who I am. He's a part of my family. And I grew up watching him every single year since I was a child. So for those of you who were affected by his passing, my heart goes out to you. I literally cried myself to sleep the night of the full moon. And again, the emotions were running high, okay? It was very, very intense. So I feel the masculine collective is kind of dipping into that energy, recognizing that that they are emotional creatures, that it is okay to show their emotion and to be open to love. All right, so that is where they're at right now. Let's talk about their thoughts and feelings towards the feminine. All right, that's a lot. That is a lot. Okay, so you guys, let's talk about this. The first card that popped out here was the Devil in the reverse. So I feel that the masculine, look, and we've got this bird that's chained and the crow is like stepping on the chain, keeping them trapped. I feel that part of that cycle that's coming to an end for the masculine is because they are recognizing their need to pull away from that toxicity, from those cycles in their life that have kept them stuck and trapped, from people, karmic partners that have been very toxic, that have been using them or keeping them stuck in that cycle of materialism and lust and all of these other things that the devil represents, okay? I don't think the masculine wants to be associated with that energy anymore, okay? They've had a massive tower moment, all right? And we know the tower is breakups, shakeups, divorce, epiphanies, realizations. We're talking about the light coming on, and the light could have definitely been this lightning bolt that strikes the tower, okay? So we know that anything that is shaken up and released from tower moments, it's because it's divine intervention, okay? We're talking about the eclipses and how everything is fated and meant to be. It was divine intervention for this tower to fall in the masculine's life, and they're realizing that. They're acknowledging that, and they know that whatever it was that they were attached to, that it wasn't for them, okay? The other two cards that popped out, and I'm going to say for their feelings, we've got the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So I feel the masculine is in their heart, like they know they've never been able to let go of the feminine. They've never truly given up on the idea of having a happy ending, of having a reunion, of being fulfilled and having a family and a life and everything with the divine feminines. So I feel right now the masculines, they know that it's their responsibility to put in the work, to save their money, okay, possibly being more frugal, preparing themselves for a real, true, solid foundation that's going to lead to their happiness, their Ten of Cups, okay? Like I said, the masculines have never given up on that idea of having a happy ending with the feminines, okay? This has always been in their heart, coming back together, having this happy life, and again, for a lot of them, starting a family, okay? So what are the masculine's likely actions in the month of November? Ooh, the Ace of Pentacles. So feminines, I feel in November, the masculines are going to be sticking that coin in the slot, symbolically speaking, okay? They're going to be making an offer. All right, I feel the Ace of Pentacles represents a proposal. This could even be a business proposal for some of them. This could be them starting a new business venture, or investing in their future in some way to bring on more stability. We know, like I said, in their heart, they know they need to put in the work. They need to start saving so they can build something real. But I also feel for some of you feminines, you might be receiving a gift or some sort of token of affection from your masculines this month, okay? We are approaching the holidays, and I feel that this is the masculine preparing to put in the work to, why am I hearing like bidding. They're putting in their bid. So they're bidding on you, feminine. They want to let you know that they are going to be committed, that they want this to grow into something real, okay? So the Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity for growth, okay? So they're going to be acting on that, I feel. Let's clarify that. Anything else we need to see for their actions for November? Yeah, see, the World. And I feel like this is the why. Once again, we saw this earlier, because the masculines have learned lessons. They've experienced some facets of life, and they have reached a level of accomplishment and freedom even from certain cycles that have been keeping them held back. The World is the conclusion of the fool's journey. So if your masculine has been acting a fool, okay, or if they have been, again, stuck in some cycles that needed to come to an end, this masculine recognizes that there has been some closure or completion on that previous cycle. It's time for them to invest in something that they want to see actually grow, okay? So what is their desired outcome here? What is the masculine's desired outcome? All right, so we've got the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So their desire is to remove themselves from that mental prison that they've been keeping themselves in, okay? Their desire is to free themselves. Once again, you go from here being tied up by this red string of fate to spreading their wings, okay? So remember what we said before about giving the masculine the opportunity to see the truth for themselves, okay? They've always had the ability to remove that blindfold. And once they did, they would recognize just how tangled up in that red string of fate they really are, that their destiny has always been leading them back to the feminine, but they have been making excuses. They have been letting their fear and their anxiety and just everything hold them back when they've never actually been stuck. Okay, so that is their desire. To clarify that, the other two cards we have here are, oh my gosh, you guys, the other two cards are the Two of Cups and the Empress. Okay, so once again, it all comes back to the divine feminine. They realize that the one that they're supposed to be with is their feminine, their divine counterpart, the queen of all queens. They know that you are their counterpart. They know that being with you would be that equal, harmonious, balanced, mutually respectful connection, okay, with mutual feelings. Again, we've got the crows kissing and the lion, symbolically speaking, before we saw that lion recognizing he was surrounded by a bunch of sheep, and the lion is spreading its wings, okay? So I do feel that the masculine desires to be in union with the feminine. That is their ultimate desired outcome, okay? So what is the masculine's challenge for the month of November? So we've got the Hanged Man coming up in the reverse, okay? So I feel that the challenge for them could be believing what they're seeing is what I'm hearing, okay? They've already been shown by the universe why they've been stuck, okay? And now it's time for them to believe what they've been shown. It's time for them to take action on what they've been shown. They've already had the epiphany, okay? They've already understood what the universe has been trying to show them and been trying to tell them. They've gained enlightenment, and they've already freed themselves from their situation that they've been stuck in. Now it's time to take action and believe what they're seeing, okay? And a lot of times the Empress to the divine masculine could come across as too good to be true, right? Especially when they've been stuck in such toxic environments and dynamics for so long. I just saw 3333 on the screen, but once again, 3333 for me is angelic guidance. So their challenge is to believe what they're being shown, even though it might seem too good to be true, okay? So on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So that could also be related to the challenge, right? They could be also fearful because they know that in the past they didn't do their part. They didn't put in the equal effort that the Empress was giving to them. Okay, they possibly breadcrumbed the Empress, put the Empress in a third party situation. Okay, all of these things. But you see the crow carrying not only the scales, but the red string of fate in their beak and a fish in their claws. Okay, so I feel that the masculine, they know that they need to turn the beat around up in here, okay? They need to come in and provide reciprocity and show up and show the feminines that they are wanting to build a solid foundation. They are wanting to put in the effort and put in the work and balance the scales, okay? And I see this fish as like an offering, okay? This crow is flying off to the feminine to say, okay, I've balanced my scales. I know that we are divinely guided and connected by the red string of fate, and I'm coming with the Ace of Pentacles to put in my side of the work. Okay, so very interesting. Let's go ahead and get a card of advice from the Rumi Oracle, and then we'll get some messages from feminine and masculine. So we have the Whirling Goddess. I love the artwork here. And it's also the number 30, which I don't know if you guys know this, but I share a birthday with Rumi, and it is September 30th. So that's also sort of symbolic. So we've got the Whirling Goddess. Let's see what the text says. So first of all, as I was looking for the page here, I actually opened up to Divine Union, okay? So once again, we are talking about this concept of the masculines wanting to be in union with the feminine. So the poem says, lose your head. Not a single thread that has a head can go through the eye of the needle. So I feel again like this whirling goddess to me symbolizes the feminine, right? And in all of her beauty and all of her wonder, spinning around and around and incorporating all of these lessons that she has learned, creating this new life, this new environment, this new world. And I think this is a reminder that, you know, in order to experience love, we do sort of need to lose our heads a little bit, okay? If we become too logical, if we allow our ego to step in and make the decisions, it is going to be impossible for us to believe what we're seeing and what we're feeling and what we're experiencing. So it says here, come, my love, are you dizzy yet? If you can still find your feet, then that is okay with me. But if you can still find your head, then I will take issue. There is a great dance, but it cannot be danced with choreographed steps. No, this great dance demands a response rather than an initiation, a reaction rather than a direction. So let us disassemble and lose our heads to the great music, the rhythm held steady in our beating hearts. Our feet shall be moving whilst our minds, inadequate to the task, take the night off, okay? So going back to what I said, I feel like this advice is mainly for the feminines, right? Your challenge being the Knight of Swords. Don't get in your head about it, okay? If you're feeling the need to reach out, it is only because your counterpart is feeling the need to communicate with you, okay? Let them take the lead, okay? Don't put your foot in your mouth by allowing yourself to get all up in your head about it and, you know, think about, you know, oh, I need to say this or I need to say that. No. Focus on this whirling goddess energy. Focus on what makes you feel love and passion and do those things, okay? Lose your head a little bit here. So we've got also some messages from Divine Feminine to Divine Masculines, those of you Divine Masculines out there that are watching. So what does the feminine have to say to Divine Masculine at this time? Oh, interesting. I thought I was ready, but I still have work to do. So, feminines, for some of you, deep down, that whole Four of Feathers card that we saw, the need to surrender could be that work, right? Knowing that you know, a lot of times when we break that cycle of silence and we try to communicate or we try to push the journey forward by inspiring our masculines in the physical, we sort of confuse them even more. Listen to my throat crack-a-lackin'. We confuse them even more, okay? So for some of us, the work that we need to do is being content in that silence and surrender, okay? So the other card out we have here is, I receive your messages in my dreams and visions. So that Seven of Cups we saw earlier, this could be Spirit's way also of reminding you to focus more on that 5D energy, like I said before, okay? So masculines that are watching, the message is received, okay? We are feeling that need to reach out or that need to connect because we know it's coming from your desire, okay? And again, the desire is mutual. Let's get one more. Yeah, see, I'm ascending into the 5D and beyond. So at this time, the best thing to do is to strengthen that bond between you and your masculine, right? Via the soul, because that's where it starts. It starts from within. And once that bond is secure within and you can trust that connection without needing validation in the physical, that's when things do start to shift in the 3D, okay? So feminines, you are whirling, okay? You're a whirling goddess into the 5D and beyond. And your ascension is the cause of the light bulb moment for the masculines, okay? So what do the masculines have to say to the feminines? Abundance is mine and my karma is repaid in kind. So we've got the number 888 symbolizing karmic completion. So yeah, that goes right back to the message, right? The abundance is theirs because they're the ones doing the work now. They're repaying their karmic debt and they're releasing themselves from karmic cycles. And to go even further, I'm leaving behind the old paradigm to align with the new. We did talk about jumping timelines here with that eclipse season that we just experienced, okay? Leaving behind the toxicity, leaving behind anything that doesn't resonate with them any longer, people, places, and things. And look at that, you guys. This is exactly what I said earlier. The light is on so they can find their way home. And the message is, I hear the call and I'm ready to come home. Okay, so very synchronistic reading. And once again, you guys, this is just the first part of it. If you're wanting to go even deeper into this message, please check out the extended. It is going to be a spicy one, so prepare yourselves. And I will be using all of the sexual magic decks in that reading. So if you're not already a member and you want to go even deeper, like I said, the link is down below to become a member of the channel. And if you want a personal reading, you can always hit me up. All of my details are down below. So other than that, you guys, I hope you enjoy November. And I know for some of you it might be difficult to stay in that silence energy, but you want to let the masculines take the lead, okay, while you are your whirling goddess energy, okay? So hopefully this resonated with those of you watching. Please remember to like this video, comment, share, subscribe, and turn up your notifications for future videos. And those of you who are members, don't forget to click that link that's showing above so that you can get your extended message, all right? I love you guys, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.